Mr. Speaker, at a moment when the number of refugees worldwide has never been so high, the number of refugee claimants in Canada has reached record lows. We have gone from 40,000 claimants in 2000 to 13,000 in 2013. Mr. Speaker, the results are clear. The Conservatives are systematically destroying Canada's proud history of welcoming those in need. No matter how much Conservatives ignore it, caring for one another remains a core Canadian value. Is the minister really proud of his government's failure to sustain Canada's history of refugee settlement?
Mr. Speaker, we do have a proud history of refugee resettlement, and it never included accepting large numbers of refugee claims from the European Union, from other democracies, from countries that have the rule of law. And that was what was starting to happen, Mr. Speaker, up until recent years. Under the broken liberal system that we inherited in 2006, we've reformed it. The number of claims from safe countries is down. The number of claims from countries with conflict, where there's real persecution, like Iraq, Syria, Somalia, is way up, Mr. Speaker, and that is allowing us to resettle a record number of refugees. Our record in this respect is second to none, Mr. Speaker. Canada is standing up for refugees in the best traditions of our humanitarian programs.
Actually, Mr. Speaker, that record pales in comparison to Scandinavian countries who accept far more refugees with the same population. Now, Mr. Speaker, this is not just a numbers game, it's also mean-spirited. Thanks to Conservative cuts, pregnant women claiming refugee status are going without prenatal care. Desperate parents are waiting so long to get care for their kids that children are ending up in the hospital, and sick people are going without chemotherapy and essential medications. That is the kind of welcome this government is giving to refugees. Why will the minister not show respect for basic Canadian values and restore appropriate health care for refugees?
Well, Mr. Speaker, once again, the honourable member is completely wrong. The European Union, the member countries of the European Union, resettle almost no refugees. They do have large numbers of asylum claims these days, Mr. Speaker, and we salute some of those countries for accepting asylum seekers from the troubled Middle East and other regions. But, Mr. Speaker, the member is totally out of line when he says at this late date in this House, contradicting some of his own party colleagues, that refugees in this country are not receiving health care. The reverse is true. They receive the best health care in the world, every one of them, Mr. Speaker, and we will continue to stand up for refugees and Canadian taxpayers.